throw the ball. I throw the ball. I throw the ball.
Hello, and welcome to this, the 5th episode of Join the Queue. My name's Charles Foxtrot, but only when I wear these glasses. So, later on, we are joined by our first guest, and that is the awesome Stoic Plumber. So, please send in any questions for him, and any comments, always welcome. So, as usual, I'm joined again with my colleagues here. So we have Stu from Stu's News and Patriots Across the Pond. How are you doing?
Good, mate. Very good.
And we have Stephen, otherwise known as the Maestro. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. We have no producer, so I'm flying solo. So expect a crash.
Charles Foxtrot in the cockpit. Now,
Have you got your parachute?
We'll see how we get on.
Yeah. Is everyone sitting in front of a big fan?
Yeah.
It's stonking, isn't it? It's really, we are. I'm crisping. I'm developing some pork scratching sort of skin, I think. But anyway, we're all burning. Anyway, so have you guys had any recent interviews of interest? Of course you have.
I just finished one about an hour ago.
Oh yeah? Who with?
Ella Ster. She's a research journalist. She's very good.
Okay, fantastic.
You must invite her one time on the show.
Yeah. There's plenty of people we must invite. But anyway, we talk too much anyway. I feel sorry for any guest. We'll usually probably talk over them. Not today though. And Stu, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. We've had a few shows this week. We had our Monday Respect show. We had Basil on all about what he's doing for Ark Foundation and rescuing children. Janine Morrigan yesterday. Alex and I had a waffle on because Matt Geiger's out and about on Wednesday. And then Scott Mackay didn't show today, so we just waffled on for an hour earlier. But that was really good. Elisa's got her show Rising Through Motherhood at 10 o'clock UK tonight. 5 p.m. Eastern.
I used to love Scott Mackay's show. I used to love the music, the intro with the We the People, Constitution words. Fantastic. It used to really kind of get me going. So brilliant. That's
he's great. Well, we're going to rebook him anyway. We just had some issues today, but we normally go on anyway if a guest doesn't show up and just have a chat.
Yeah. What was it? What did he used to say? He used to have a punchline, didn't he? Something forking line. That's it. Hold the forking line. Anyway, I got bumped off X, as you might have known. So
naughty boy.
No, I got reported. I don't know what it was. Some spiteful person reported me, and apparently my crime was inauthentic behaviour.
Did they give you any idea what your inauthentic behaviour was?
No. But anyway, I'm back. I'm a bit miffed actually, because inauthentic behaviour sounds like they think I'm a bot, and you know, I put so much effort into trying to be as creative as possible in my, you know, arguments I have with people. But I had 2 days off X, which was fantastic.
Are you back on X now?
I am, but I haven't really gone on today. I quite enjoyed not being on it. It's great because they
How did you get back on? Because I've been kicked off YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn, and I can't get back on.
Yeah, I appealed through their process several times, and it just happened. I wasn't even told I was back on. I just suddenly I was back on.
That's what Stephen. That's what happened to me on Twitter. I just kept sending appeal after appeal after appeal, and in the end, they just let me back on. I lost 80% of my followers and stuff.
Yeah.
Mind you, most of the people that we're all following each other probably have still got their accounts banned. But YouTube, I did exactly the same. Appealed and appealed. It was something Trump did, wasn't it? But when I got my YouTube account back, there was about 20 of my podcasts on there that were non-visible. So I did appeal on every one of them, and they just let them all back. Even when I was talking about ivermectin and stuff in the title, they just let it back on. So you can
I wouldn't have had that much effort, put that much effort into it, to be honest. But and I got banned before, like a lot of us who posted about Q, didn't we? We all got kicked off. I lost all my followers then. So
not only Q, but just the truth.
Yeah. But I think there was a specific Q purge. Maybe we were speculating too much. That's what I think. And
I got kicked off.
Go on.
I got kicked off after I posted 2 interviews with Patriot Underground. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of chat, isn't there? The white hats were the ones that did the censoring on us.
That's what I believe. That's what I believe. I believe maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. Maybe we were complicating issues as we do, and maybe they thought, right, we need to shut them up, which I was perfectly happy about. Do you like my hat, by the way? I'm changing the subject.
What does it say? American 250? Yeah.
Yeah, I got onto a American site and thought I'd get some good, authentic MAGA stuff. And I was hoping to get this in time for the July the 4th celebration. So I was quite happy with it until I saw this. Now, whether you're going to be able to see that.
Made in China.
Made in China.
Yeah.
China's in Ukraine.
Well, it looks like it could do with a bit of an iron anyway.
Well, it's supposed to have that rugged look.
Yeah.
But it looks and feels like it was made in China. Anyway, as usual, 2 weeks is a long time between our shows, and a hell of a lot happens. And I think our last show, we were just building up to this fantastic period, which involved all kinds of things like the Disclosure film and Trump's birthday and the UFC and all kinds of other things leading up to July the 4th. And you know, obviously we've been speculating and feeling very much like we're rapidly hurling towards the end game, or that's my personal feeling anyway. So I went and watched this Disclosure Day. Did you guys see it?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Stephen? Yeah. What do you think?
On the 12th, I saw it. Well, it wasn't that epic, bombastic block. Sorry, there's somebody at the door, I think.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, Steve. I'll explain what I think. This is one of their taglines. We deserve to know the truth. And I mean, I was speculating months ago. I was thinking, oh, do you know what? What if this is the Disclosure film? You know, what if this is the start of the 10 days of darkness, maybe, in the start of a whole load of messages and blackout, so that people are exposed to, the full D-class and full disclosure. And it was being sort of promoted as being about aliens, but the basic sort of story was there was this guy who had all the classified information, all the data, and all of the proofs and evidence of something that was like earth-shattering, something that was so big the world will stand still. Everybody would just be jaw dropped and just completely, as we would expect, when we have our full disclosure, full deep state disclosure. And so this guy had all this information, and he had them on some memory sticks and pin drives. And I read somewhere, or somebody said, well, guess how many pin drives he had them on?
17.
There you go. There you go. And so he had all this information that he felt needed to get out to the world, and in the background during the film it was quite obvious that the world was descending into World War III, and there was a bunch of good guys who were trying to help him get this D-class disclosure out, and there's a load of baddies, and they were toing and froing, but obviously for this film the information was about aliens, but I just think that the aliens were pretty much a metaphor for the deep state D-class disclosure that we're all expecting to come out at some point, whether it's like through 10 days darkness and EBS 24/7 or not. I thought the aliens just looked utterly ridiculous, to be honest. What did you think, Stephen?
Well, like I was saying before the postman was at the door, I didn't think it was really Spielberg, like we know Spielberg from his E.T. and his Indiana Jones and all the other films. Because my first impression was it might be AI that's made this movie, because we know Steven Spielberg isn't around. So they might have just thrown this into AI and said, "Well, make a film with this topic, and make it look like Steven Spielberg. Like you can compose music with AI, and you can type in, let it sound like Mozart. You get a piece that's completely AI that sounds like Mozart. So I don't think it's really Steven Spielberg, and the characters that played it. I didn't go out of the movie, thinking, wow, it wasn't a film that will stay.
My thoughts are that it was perhaps white hats making, if he is still around, Steven Spielberg, make this film, and the film was just a kind of nod towards something big, massive D-class and disclosure coming out, and it showed in the film how the world stopped dead in its tracks. It was just about to sort of get right into Armageddon, wasn't it? There was a world war happening in the background. They never mentioned it. It was just happening in the background. Yeah, and I think you could just swap out those stupid looking aliens, and replace it with the deep state D-class, and I really feel that was ultimately what it was about.
Well, you could put Adam Schiff in there as one of them, and you wouldn't notice any difference, would you?
You're jumping the gun, because I think I'm going to bring him into the football team, but we'll talk about that later on.
The last 5 minutes of that movie, they were. I think that was the best part. When all these media stations, they all start, covering it.
Well, this
CNN,
is it.
Fox, and MSNBC, and what have you, and BBC, and the whole world is watching.
Yeah.
And at the end, this woman that's had this MK Ultra done, she says, "Listen." I mean, that's an open ending, isn't it? Listen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we all know that if the entire world's media put out, the real D-class and the real full disclosure of everything, and there was nothing else on TV or on your mobile phones, we all know that's the end game, pretty much. That's game over, isn't it? So that's what I think. I think it was a metaphor. I mean, like, I've just put up this picture here of Tulsi Gabbard, exposing Fauci with his gain of function, and you could imagine if there was nothing else than this kind of stuff being put out there, people waking up rapidly to COVID and to the election steal and everything.
The two speeches Tulsi's made over the last couple of weeks have been amazing. One about the bioweapons labs and one about Fauci and stuff. absolutely amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
If
yeah.
you want to show any clips, I can find these clips within seconds. I've got the last part, the last few minutes of Disclosure Day for people that haven't seen it. I've got it ready here,
Maybe we'll tag it on at the end because
Okay.
Stoic's joining us in quarter of an hour, and I've got about another 3 or 4 topics I want to get through
All
before
right.
then.
Okay.
So and we can always, in the next show, we can always go back to some of this stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously, I've got 4961 up here, which I happen to have written on the back page of my book. Did I tell you I wrote a book about all of this?
Yeah, every week.
Oh, okay. Endless lies, endless wars, endless inflation, endless printing, endless oppression, endless subjugation, endless surveillance. I mean, you could add endless poisoning to that, and endless endless election rigging. But then the election rigging creates the endless, doesn't it?
Endless genocide.
Yeah. So it's, but if everyone in the world had the reasons why all of this stuff has been going on infinitum, and who's responsible for it, then we can really move forward, because I think people are just down tools, and probably then we'll have martial law everywhere, won't we?
Hopefully.
Oh, I think so.
Waiting long enough now, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Well, they can't prosecute everybody yet because of course the particularly America and UK and probably Canada and everywhere else is just full of a corrupt judiciary, isn't it?
I think it's all been done already.
You think they will be replaced? They're ready for military tribunals?
No, but the tribunals, it's all been done. It's just drip now, isn't it, in flood, I think.
Yeah,
public
rollout.
Sorry?
Yeah, it's a public rollout for things that have already happened.
Yeah.
So how do you think, how do you envisage then full disclosure? How do you think the world's going to know everything?
Well, they're going to shit themselves, I think.
That will be. That's why they're not ready yet, are they? But how do you think it's going to play out?
Well, you cannot wait for these people to wake up forever. Right? We've been telling them, some of us for well over 20 years, right, this is going on, that's going on, and they've gone through COVID and they've seen things, and I understand a lot of people are scared because they've all had this and I don't know what's in it, and with Tulsi coming out saying these things, this is why we've got to nurture these people as they come up. But it has been dripped so much, and they've had so many seeds planted that when they start cascading this out, it's all got to come. They can't drag it out for years and years and years, which is why I think the CBS will tell people most things. I don't know if it's going to be an 8-hour movie and all that, because that was never in the queue drops,
Yeah.
I mean, when you throw up, you've got to throw it all up. You can't do a half throw up. It's always,
exactly.
It all comes out, doesn't it?
Well, we are supposed to be the calm before and during the storm, aren't we? Which is
we are.
Thanks
I
very
am.
much.
Are you?
I am. Bloody hard work, mate. I'm knackered.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm so grateful for our guest who's coming soon. But I'm just gonna move on to this event. It was wow, wasn't it? Don't you think it was wow? I mean, it certainly wasn't just a fighting event, was it?
No, it was especially when the guy won and he said Michelle Obama's a man.
Yeah. Beautiful.
But it wasn't about that as well, was it? It was.
You just imagine. There's so many millions of people watching, and there's about 95% don't even know Michelle Obama's a tranny. I mean, that's going to be a talk of the town, isn't it?
Yeah. Brilliant. Loved it.
But it was as we expected. It was a constitutional ceremony, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. The end of the British maritime law.
Yeah, and the slavery of America. Yeah. Enslavement of America.
I mean, as well, we heard about this assassination attempt where they were meant to be flying drones in with bombs, and then they was going to scare the people out, and there was going to be snipers everywhere. I don't think that occurred on that night. I think that was a past assassination attempt that they'd already mocked up, but they told people it was about this as part of this public disclosure about how many times they've tried to take Trump out.
It's part of the theatre and the drama, isn't it?
Well, Musk didn't attend, did he? They must have had previous intel, even if it was live and it did happen on the day. I mean, some people say that they thought that was Trump Mark, 2 or whatever, a stand-in.
Absolutely. But, he's 100% insulated, isn't he?
But God was there, wasn't he? I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Team Algae.
Oh man, the algae thing, Christ. Well,
mad,
it's that whole thing is a metaphor for the swamp, isn't it?
Yeah.
And having it reflecting, good stuff is the good guys, and those who want to make everything shitty and dirty are the swamp. But also, did you see that this storm that was that the Dems were, so excited, because they thought it would absolutely ruin the whole event. Did you see it split in two?
Yeah, went around it, didn't it?
It did. It did.
Up.
And did you see the musicians? How many musicians were there?
17, of course.
Yeah. Did you notice that, Stu?
17 musicians.
17 musicians.
It was 4,300 people there that were pretty much all military.
Yeah.
Anyway, weren't they?
And this is what it said. It said from the military district of Washington.
Yeah.
Which I found interesting. I mean, maybe there's a simple explanation.
Well, I think that turns into the military district of Washington in 2020 when that army guy was on the news with a mask on saying we are a peaceful transition to military power. This is why all the military turned their backs on the Biden cart and all this sort of stuff at the time.
Yeah. Well, that was the insurrection, wasn't it? That was the insurrection. January the 6th was the real insurrection against Trump. So if that's a real insurrection, then the Insurrection Act could be triggered, and there you go. But there's the non-gold fringed flag flying higher than the gold fringed flags. Easy for me to say.
Yeah, I mean, this has been going on for ages, hasn't it? Oh, we've all been saying it. There's no fringe. There's no gold fringe.
I know.
And the next day, they all got gold fringes on them again.
Exactly. But I know. But this was a worldwide event. It was so massive, and it was such a military ceremony. And I remember them coming out, and they had loads of flags. I don't know what they're all for, but they were all gold fringed, and they lowered them, and then you could see in the background the non-gold fringe ones were higher. So it was it was My wife cried when she saw this. She was so emotional with it because it was such a fantastic, such an amazing ceremony. It was so much bigger than all the normies and all of the. It's not really the normies that I have problems with. It's really the black-pilled truthers. The ones with the Trump derangement syndrome. Of course, they would be going mad at this, but. Yeah. Right, I'm just going to move on to this. Tim Burchett. He's a bit of a white hat guy, isn't he? Well, he seems to be.
He ruffles his feathers, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. But so he posted this, which was an exact 8-year delta with 1578, which also said it's time, which is pretty cool. And I don't know if you know much about BlackBerry, but obviously when Joe M in his film Plan to Save the World, when he explains how the White Hats really had to wait for technology to get to the point where everybody could surveilled, so that basically the baddies could be surveilled.
Yeah,
I remember BlackBerry phones, but I didn't realise they were introduced pretty much worldwide from 2000 to 2016, and they were issued to all of the congressional staff, all of the prime ministers around the world, all of the White House officers, all the federal industry executives, from the Oval Office down, everyone, Merkel, Cameron, Theresa May, the G7, G20, they all had them.
Did John McAfee have a part of this?
I've just written John McAfee on my piece of paper.
There you go. You know,
Right.
it's the same thing, isn't it? It's the same thing.
Do you think the White Hats produced them and give them out to them all?
Yes.
Like McAfee did with the laptops?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. This is,
Bit
you
of
know, we
software.
caught. This is why we caught them all. I mean, you know, we all know that the deep state players, like, they use their own private servers, or they shared Gmail accounts, didn't they, in drafts. I thought they were being really clever, and they used DMs and Twitter until Musk came along with his kitchen sink. But I didn't realise how BlackBerry was probably one of the massive surveillance tools that they, you know, and they all took them based on the fact that they thought that they were secure.
When Trump says, "I caught them all," that's what he means.
Yeah,
You've all got these
absolutely.
devices and these
Yeah.
laptops.
Yeah, yeah.
And NSA will do the rest there.
Yeah, totally. And Space Force and all the rest. But they should have taken a leaf out of Mossad and maybe done what Mossad did with the pagers.
Yeah.
Had them all blow up.
Yeah, but you have to testify first, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. How are we doing? I think Stoic will be with us soon. What else have I got? Oh dear.
Bye-bye,
dear.
Clown.
Oh dear. Well, we know that we've got worse coming. It's just another handing over the baton, isn't it? But it's fun to see him cry.
Yeah, but look, Elisa and I talk about this in depth. She's in New York, and when Zoran Mandami got elected as New York mayor, we were laughing and applauding it, because you cannot tell the people the truth. You have to show them. This is the people need to be. The people have to see what they were going to do to us. Right now, whether he goes and Andy Burnham comes in and goes full Nazi, do you know what I mean? Or whether Andy Burnham's for the White Hats and he turns it around, or, you know, whether an election is called and Rupert Lowe gets pushed in with a massive majority, I don't know. But just let's watch it unfold.
Yeah. I mean, I think the guy was just squeezed by the White Hats and the Black Hats, don't you?
He was put there by the White
Yeah, he
Hat.
was installed, but it's hard to tell, isn't it? But he looks to me like he was incredibly troubled with it all, and maybe he was still getting Black Hat pressure whilst he was getting White Hat pressure.
I really think he's been Trump's bitch for a long time. You've got
like everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Exactly. So I'm just waiting to see if Stoic's going to join us. There's one of the binders there. I think that's DJT's, and but this is actually my card. He did do 5 for some reason for me, and obviously you know, AI's nicked stuff off your profile. You know, in this one it doesn't actually mention my Q book, but that's fine, because I'm more than happy to be, you know, recognised and be part of it. But I think he's sending me one as well. He's just phoning me. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah. You're on live. We're waiting. Are you joining?
Yeah, I'm on the studio.
Right. Okay. See you in a minute. Let me get you in. Ah, there you are. Cool. Right.
There he is.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Yes, can you hear me?
Let me just remove this.
Turn your phone.
Turn your phone to landscape.
Which way?
Just turn the
Landscape
other
on its side.
It is on its side. Is this better?
Yeah.
Here?
Hey, you're echoing a bit, but great to meet you. We've been waffling, you know, for about half an hour, waiting for you to join.
I'm sorry I missed you guys. I'm not very sharp apparently on time changes.
Well, we kind of just can you see the screen?
I can.
You can. Excellent. Hey, listen, it's really good to meet you. I'm glad you joined us. we've kind of spoken about you and what you've done, and in your absence. So I'd like to thank you on behalf of a few thousand Q-tards, or what I might say, civilian Q operatives or patriots, or
Did I lose
have
you?
No, can you hear us? Can you hear me?
I'm trying to find a good service.
Can you hear me? This is live. I was wondering if
Charles, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear any of us? Do I need to do something my end?
He just needs to go out and come back in, I think.
Yeah.
Now he's sitting down.
This is rather interesting.
It's what happens when you live. It's cool.
Yeah. Well.
At least he's here, anyway. Huh?
Yeah. But well, I'll just give him a few seconds. But what obviously what I was saying is it's given everyone a little bit of a lift, and he's gone
Just
off.
phone him and tell him to go out and come back in.
Right. Or shall I remove him and ask him to go back in?
Well, you'll have to phone him anyway, so...
Yeah. Talk. Entertain the public.
Well, we weren't really prepared for talking.
Yeah, you
All that
were.
sort of stuff today.
Just show this short clip, Charles, what I've just put down there at the bottom. It's this medium that was saying there was going to be an invasion or a mothership on the 24th of June at the World Cup, Brazil-Scotland.
Hold on, he's back.
And it didn't turn out okay.
Hold on. Can you hear us, Stoic?
Hello, my friends.
Yeah, can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes. Right.
Yeah, right.
Don't go away. Don't move.
Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything.
You've been the busiest man alive for 2 months. So tell us what happened.
Well, I'll tell you. So I was sitting on the couch, doom scrolling like we do. And on my phone, I found a meme of President Trump. I don't know if you're familiar with the old 70s movie, The Bad News Bears.
No.
But in that movie, there was a baseball coach named Coach Buttermaker. And in this meme, President Trump was the coach, and all the anons were surrounding him. And it reminded me, when I had my plumbing company, I turned my service guys into baseball cards as leave behinds and business cards.
Wow.
And everybody loved them. But right before we went to print, my marketing director quit. And at that time, I was really busy. I had something like 100 employees. And so I wasn't able to pick up that hat. And so that idea just kind of sat dormant until that Thursday. I think it was April 19th or 20th. I saw that Trump meme and I thought, man, I wonder if I could turn my profile into a baseball card. And I did, and it was really cool. And then I made some for my friends that I kind of hang out with on X, and it just snowballed from there. Everybody started sharing, and everybody started requesting, and here we are. And then about, I don't know, I'd say 36 hours into it, I had the idea to send the binder to Trump, and I was on the phone with some friends of mine that I'd known in the fight for a long time, and we just started, and this grassroots effort just really took off.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was. I didn't know anything about it. Well, I did see a few cards out there, and then Charlie sent one, and you've done one of me. I think you've done a couple of me. I've got them here, and I was really honoured and touched when I saw these. So you're obviously going out there and just finding so many people that have been on this truthing mission. It's great, and obviously the. What you wrote to Dan Scavino as well was very touching, and it sort of is. It was a little what a lot of people are feeling,
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
been so much
I
appreciation
brought that
from
up.
the community and just so much support. It's been. I put up a post. I know you got the boot from X, Charles, but I put up a post today. It's been such a blessing in my life. I mean, I was in a pretty dark place when God tapped me on the shoulder with this. You know, we've all been at this
Yeah.
for so long, and we know things are moving behind the scenes, but still on the television and for all the normies and for everybody who doesn't understand what's happening, it gets maddening sometimes. And so this has just been a boon for me, and I believe the entire community. The response has been overwhelming, and we're now creating binder number 2 to send to President Trump. So we've got the first one sent off. Hopefully they receive them today. They tried yesterday, but the office that they were supposed to go to was closed. So maybe today they'll get them, and we're just going to keep moving forward. And I'm having a blast.
Yeah. It's brilliant. One of the things that I truly feel is that I didn't choose Q. Q chose me, and I don't know if you feel the same thing about what you've done or what all of us. We seem to have fallen into this. You know, we don't seem to. It's the last thing we ever thought we'd ever do, but you know, it's a 24/7, 7 days a week job. You know, doing what we're doing. It's bloody tiring, but I feel that I didn't actually choose to do it. It's a bit like the books that I wrote. I didn't, you know, suddenly I found myself writing the books and suddenly they were published. It's do you feel like you had the same kind of thing driving you?
Divine intervention.
Can you hear me?
I'm losing the audio a little bit, you guys. The last part I heard was divine intervention, and I certainly couldn't agree with that more.
I'll try and say it very, very quickly. He's gone again. Yeah, I mean, I felt that I didn't choose Q. Q chose me, and it was like, you know, we end up doing things like Stephen says, divine intervention. Before we know it, you know, you're building a binder to go to Trump with these beautiful cards in, or I'm writing a book. You know, we didn't necessarily plan these things; they just seem to happen. I don't know if that's your experience.
I don't think he owed you
Not
there.
going too well, is it?
He's not paid his phone bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, my interconnection here is not good, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So listen. Okay, maybe we could should we try and get you on again when we've got better connections? I'd like to, if we could, because
What
it's a bit
Stu
difficult.
said, if he just goes out of the studio and logs back in, it might.
Well, he did.
Okay.
He did.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
Do it again. We might get another 5-10 minutes.
Would you?
Want me to leave and come back?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a bugger that when the internet doesn't work, isn't it?
Yeah. The thing was, Charles. Even though you were speaking then, I don't think he could hear you speaking.
No, he couldn't. No.
And what'll happen is he'll come in now. So again, and there'll be 5 of us. He'll be in twice, probably.
Well, that's what happened before. So I ended up. Well, then one dropped off actually.
You can just leave it. If he comes in and we can hear him all right, and there's 5, just let him rattle on.
It's a clone, isn't it? It's a clone.
Yeah. When I was speaking to him and it was clear he wasn't hearing, I think he's back in again now because I can see him. No. And you suddenly realise somebody hasn't heard you, and you get that kind of vacant stare back. That's what I get when I talk to a lot of my friends and family about Q.
Yeah. Well, if he comes back, Charles, just say first, "Can you hear me? Okay," and then talk to him if he nods and says yes, rather than saying all that again if he can't hear.
Give a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Yes. Something along those lines. I will do because I mean. Say again.
Give me a 5x5.
We've also got to do the substitutions for the football team as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll We'll see if he comes on again and see if we can get a conversation. But if we can't, I think we'll have to just sort of try and do it again.
No, that'd be good. Look, we've had a small little introduction to him. People know what he's about. But if he gets a stable internet connection, we'll bring him on for half an hour. He can go through it. Here he is.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear us?
I can.
Okay. I'm too scared to say what I said before because it might all go again, and then I'm left hanging
Get on
again.
with it.
Did I
Maybe
make
if I
the
just
point?
stay
I
right
can't
here.
say it again. I said it 3 times. Just. Can you hear me, Stoic?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying. Did you feel that some higher being was sort of making you do this, and before you knew it, you worked for 2 months and produced these fantastic things?
Absolutely. Without a doubt, God touched my shoulder with this project, and I just I don't know how to explain it where it makes sense to people, but you know, I'm not a prophet or anything like that or have visions, but I definitely feel the Holy Spirit working through me in this project, and it kind of shines through in the cards. If you really read the cards and look at them, everybody's profile, you can see the Holy Spirit shining through on these, and there's no way this is me, because you saw how technically incompetent I am just trying to get on this podcast. And so I'm using technology to create these cards, and that's something I've never done before. So it's definitely God working.
You were on this podcast at 6 o'clock in the morning, your time.
Charles, do you just want to share my screen? Because I've got those 2 cards up he's done to me, and I just think they're...
Don't ask him to change them.
No, of course not. I'm just, you know, when I saw these, this is one you've done here for me.
That's so cool.
You know, they just look absolutely amazing. And there's another one here, Guardian Edition and stuff. And they're just beautiful. And, you know, I think everyone that's got one is honoured. And I do think there's some people out there that don't actually know they've had a card made for them yet. Because
that's right.
You haven't been sort of taking people in them and stuff, have you? But it's just amazing. And I'd like to talk to you because, you know, I've got a podcasting partner now for our Patriots Across the Pond show. I'd love you to do one for the pair of us. But yeah, we are absolutely honoured to be part of this.
Well, I'm honored to be a part of it with you guys. You know, this is the movement saved my life, and since I've started this journey, I've heard that from so many other people that the Cube movement, the Anons, the plan to save the world, has brought everyone closer to God, and has saved so many lives. And I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the community. And so it's my honor to create cards for all of you guys. It really is.
Wow.
Kev, can I just ask you how long you've been awake and when your awakening happened?
Yeah, so I've kind of always been pseudo awake, I guess. When I was about 11 or 12, my father told me that the CIA took out JFK. And so that, you know, that always stuck with me from a really young age. And of course, you grow up and you experience life, and then you have a family and life gets in the way. And when 9/11 happened, I had a very young family and had just started my career. And I knew almost right away that something was up there, you know, within 2 or 3 weeks. But at that time, I'm building my business and trying to raise my children. And so it just kind of lay dormant in me. And then 2018, about February 2018, is when I discovered Q, or Q discovered me, however you look at it. And from that point on, I was full-time anon. And I think if you go back and look at my story, although I got purged with everybody else during that time, but from when I got back on X, you know, I kind of talk about that. My business suffered, if that's the way you want to look at it, because of it. But in 2024, I walked away from my business. I had a business partner that I was diametrically opposed with. He was the money guy. So I handed him the keys and walked away with nothing from a 20-plus year business that I built from the ground up. And at one time, you know, we had 105 employees, and we built things like colleges and hospitals and things like that. And I'm really proud of that, but I'm also proud to have walked away from it on my terms, and proud to be here.
Yeah. And this is the first bit of recognition some of us have had in almost 10 years.
Agreed.
You know, and what I've got up on the screen here, we read it out earlier on, actually. We went through quite a lot of stuff, but part of your letter to Dan Scavino said, Dan, your faithfulness in the shadows has touched more lives than you may ever know. It has mended spirits on the brink, reignited resolve in the weary, and forged bonds that no election or enemy could break. And that's really what we would say to you, you know. It's swap Dan for Stoic, and you know, your work has touched more lives than you may ever know. I think you probably do know, you know, because so many people are telling you. But you know, you've mended spirits on the brink, reignited resolve in the weary, and you know, forged bonds that no election or enemy could break. So you know, thanks to you, because that is, for me, my journey's just I haven't particularly enjoyed it. It hasn't been rewarding personally. You know, I've never had any kind of, you know, basically you get more abuse and insults than anything.
For sure.
And that's for those who are supposedly awake. You know, the black pilling Trump derangement syndrome types. I mean, bloody hell. I mean, the hell that we've gone through, and it's a 24/7 job, isn't it? So you know, it's really affected us positively.
Stoic, pleased to meet you. Nice to meet you. Are you going to put these cards into production?
I do. I plan to. It's going to be a process, but I certainly hope to. I've gotten a lot of requests to have copies of the binders that we sent to President Trump and Dan and everybody's cards. So I'm in talks now with the printers and plan to have that set up hopefully soon. But I also want to take my time and do it right. I want to be better than the other trading cards out there. I want to be better than Topps. I want to honor you guys the right way. So I am going to do it right, but I plan on making them available for purchase.
Wow.
And I've got so many ideas, you guys, with this thing. And
Wow.
but yeah, that is a plan, and thank you for that.
It's going to be a real collector's item, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when it all comes out, everybody wants to know who's been the warriors, who is the freedom fighters. They want to know, eh?
And it's
Well,
a
that's
history
just
book,
it.
isn't it?
I'm sorry, to somebody else's point earlier, you know, it hasn't been fun. It's been a war. It's been a war of attrition. I mean, we've lost so many patriots across the world, and so many voices have given up. So many voices have, you know, succumbed to the darkness. And part of the reason I did this is because I did want to be heard. I'm tired of being called crazy by my family. I'm tired of being ostracized by my community. You know, I'm tired of being looked at sideways by my friends when I, you know, make a joke about their stupidity. You know, it just, I was tired. And so not everybody wants to come out of the shadows and be seen, but I've tried to honor those anons as well. And I certainly understand that. You know, a lot of people have done a lot of work for the greater good that if they were to come out, they'd probably be targeted in a hurry. And so I get that. And we want to honor those folks as well, because there's a lot of them. But so many of us have given up so much, put our lives on hold, lost family, lost friends, careers. And so this is a way to bring that back.
Yeah, I tick all those boxes, and you know, the thing is, you can't. It's like being a little bit pregnant. You can't be a little bit pregnant. You can't be a little bit Q, can you?
Right.
You can't. It's not part time. It's not something you do every Saturday for a couple of hours. It's like every day.
It's a way of life.
All
Amen.
day. It's not just the keyboard stuff. It's people sending you messages, people stopping you in the street. You know, even when we're not doing any of that, we're thinking.
It's a mindset, Charles.
Yeah, and we're working things out, aren't we? And we're seeing things, and you know, this is the thing that I wanted to say to Stoic. You know, we're supposed to be the calm before and during the storm, right? And that's the hardest job ever.
Yeah.
So just to get a little bit of recognition is fantastic.
You can't just be a little bit of Q. You've got to be 100% Q target. Oh,
That's
no.
right.
You completely disappeared then.
Yeah.
Stu, how many T-shirts have you got?
I've got quite a few.
Yeah, you do. You do. He wears a different T-shirt every
Those are
every
great.
show with a different message in it. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So what's the next step, Stoic?
So we're starting work on the next legacy binder. So I'm creating cards for everybody who, you know, there's some hurt feelings out there or whatever
Look,
that didn't get into the first binder. So we're creating cards for the next binder, and we're just going to keep going. After the next 1776 Patriots go into binder number legacy binder 2. My plan is to ship that one probably to Mar-a-Lago. My belief, you guys, is this: I really do think that these binders will end up in either Trump's presidential library or the Great Awakening Hall of Fame museum or whatever comes about. I think they're going to preserve history. So my plan is to keep making these binders and sending them to Trump so that he can preserve them, and then continue to make them for you guys, try and get some cards to market. I've got some other ideas to bring some things to market, but I'm not in it for the money. So one of my early posts said, none of that, you know, the glory comes at the end, right? I mean, we've been at it this long. I don't have any expectations of getting rich or making a bunch of money off this thing. I'm just trying to keep the lights on. That's what the Buy Me a Coffee link thing is for. I am doing this full time now. And so the goal is to eventually have a revenue stream for it, but that's not the immediate goal. The immediate goal for me is complete and total victory. And I do believe that these cards can help achieve that.
Well, I think we're all going to be looked after anyway. In the future. In fact, everyone in the world will be looked after eventually. You know, everything's going to change, and all the trillions that have been stolen from us are going to come back, and there'll be a revaluation, and everyone will be wealthy enough not to be stealing and a robbing.
Well, potentially we may all just get an invite to Mar-a-Lago one day. You know, it'll be like the ending scene out of Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, when we all get up there, get a little handshake, maybe.
That's right. Well, somebody said, you know, wouldn't it be great if we all got invited to the new ballroom and our cards were on a lanyard were our pass to get in.
Yeah. We'll see you there then.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, so we're still making cards, and I am starting my own podcast with Beer at the Parade. Yeah. We're going to flip the script, and so we're going to interview all the Patriots that are in the binders. So I'll be asking you guys to come on, and we're going to do it that way too. And we just want to spread the message, and really it's about bringing all of us together. And so, Charles, I appreciate the invite to come on your show, because this is a worldwide operation, and the more we can unite, the faster we reach our goal.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and everything's spiraling, you know, faster and faster. We're getting there. We are getting there. We all know we're getting there.
Yeah.
And I think you've really sort of helped us with that, just that little bit of recognition, just at the right time.
It's just another little push for us to keep on doing what we're doing. You know,
that's right.
I can get one email every 6 months that just tells me how much someone appreciates me. You don't need to hear that, but it spurs you on.
It does.
We're constantly spurring each other on in this movement from all different angles, and that's what it's all about. And together we win.
Well, we don't get it from friends and family, do we? We don't get it from friends and family. So we do have to sort of support each other. And actually, when I was bumped off X, God, you know, I thought, oh, that's it. You know, I've got no contact with people who you know don't think I'm completely bloody stupid. And then I realised I actually enjoyed not being on X. I'm not doom scrolling anymore. Yeah. So actually, I got back on it today, and I've barely looked at it.
Yeah. Good.
And the thing is, I think it's my For You feed. I think I think for some reason they're trying to wind me up. So I just get involved in arguments with people all the time, which is probably why I was reported. Someone being a bit spiteful, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they send the bot attacks quick when they find somebody they want to target. It happens fast.
Yeah. And we all got bumped off, didn't we, 2 years ago, or a lot of us?
I've had so many accounts shut down. I mean, I never scroll through the feed on Facebook, but I continue to try and get on the Facebook because that's where all my normal friends and family are. Right? They won't come over to Telegram. They don't want to go on Twitter. They don't want to watch you on Rumble. They only still want to watch people on YouTube and things like that. It is a battle, but they. So I never scroll through the feed because it's just depressing. But I used to post stuff on there, but my 8th account got locked out a couple of months ago, and I always look at the universe and go, it's just telling me you don't need to look at that. Focus on what you're doing, because it's nonsense over there anyway.
It's protecting you.
Yeah. Stuart, do you want to hang on with us towards the end of the show? We're getting very near to the end of the show, and there was a couple of other things that I would like to have spoken to you about.
I'd love to.
One of those things is what do you make of these two next to Trump? Then do you think they're sleepers, or do you think they're white hats, or do you think they're compromised? Well, I still think they're white hats, but
I think it's keyfab. I think they're going to come back around, but I don't know that for sure. You know, it's pretty. The lines are getting drawn pretty consistent on both sides now, you know, and we knew a lot of people on the right side were going to fall. Yeah. And so, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with Tucker. MTG, I always thought was plant.
Did you? Right. Okay.
But what's your guys' take?
Who's the guy on the right?
Well,
that's one of them.
It's one of them.
That's right.
Personally, I just feel that MTG is a white hat still. I'm a little bit less sure about Tucker. You know, and then you've got Alex Jones. I feel Alex Jones is a bit like our David Icke.
Yeah.
He might have been playing a very long game to, you know, be the voice of the conspiracy theorists, and then suddenly, you know, go against the cavalry when they come along. Right. That's my point of view. What about you, Stu?
Well, I think they're all working together. We saw Marjorie Taylor Greene when they had that 15-0 vote to bring in the Speaker of the House, and how it hit that drop. Good win. And Marjorie Taylor Greene's standing there, the picture taken of her, it's Trump on the phone. You know, I think they're all working together. I don't. Yeah. I think anyone that was bad has been replaced or flipped. And even Marjorie Taylor Greene made a little video in her car yesterday or the day before. But everything they do, whether it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker, Candice, anyone like that, it's getting people who dislike Trump to focus on other things like Israel, you know, and other things that are being brought into the public spotlight the whole of the time. And I think they're all playing a part. And if they're not white hat, working for the white hat, they're being told what to do by the white hats anyway.
I absolutely agree with that. Everything is controlled at this point, 100%. And where they land at the end, that's what I'm not sure of.
Yeah,
and I think maybe also they're going to be exposing, you know, some of the real sleepers who are there. So if they're acting like, you know, they're able to sort of take down the whole MAGA thing, then that will expose a lot of other people. As Trump always does, he's always looking for the baddies in his gang, as it were. So
right.
Yeah.
We saw the same with Elon as well.
Yes.
Elon fell out with Trump, and then he made up with Trump. He kissed and made up. Candice Owens is very. There's all this you guys somewhere.
I don't know where that's coming from. But Elon was that was a marker. He was wearing a black. Yeah. He was wearing a black hat, and he had a black eye before. And that was a marker. That was switching from him doing the Doge stuff to suddenly saying, "Oh, Trump's in the Epstein files," wasn't it? And that was that
was beautiful.
Specific post. Yeah, fantastic.
That was beautiful because the reason the Epstein files haven't been released because Donald Trump's in them. It got everyone, the people with TDS, the left, the Democrats, all focusing on the Epstein files, demanding the Epstein files, the files that they said didn't exist for the 10 previous years. You know, there is no Epstein files. It's a conspiracy theory. It got everyone focused on it, demanding it, and then Elon and Trump are best mates again. It's kayfabe.
Yep, I totally agree with that.
What I loved was when they handed out all those laptops to everyone in Congress, was it, so that they could have a look through the Epstein files themselves, and then they recorded what they were searching for.
And then they got their search history. That was hilarious.
Well, yeah, this is Pam Bondi, who I think she deserves a medal if anyone does. I think she played an absolute blinder, personally.
Yeah.
Can you hear Stoic?
Yeah, I got you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's your opinion of Pam Bondi? Do you agree what we were saying?
I agree. I think she played a part. You know, I was very hard on her publicly when she was in, but I think she played her part, and just like we've seen throughout this term of Trump's administration, we haven't seen the last shakeup yet. There's going to be more people that come and go, but she played her part and she stepped out. Tulsi Gabbard, you know, they're all doing it, and so that's kind of where I'm at with all of that.
Yeah. And goodies are baddies, right?
Yes. Yep.
And it's everything's deception.
Yeah.
I mean, the art of war.
There's no way if a guy like me could figure it out, that wouldn't be good for the White House, and so we're not going to know until the very end.
Yeah. That's when they all come onto the stage in a big line like a pantomime when they all take their bow, isn't it?
That's right.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, a lot of people have come out the smoke that all been chilling out in Valhalla, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you know, a lot of us have said this as well. Would they have jeopardised this operation in this decades-long takedown of the cabal at all by releasing those Q drops? And a lot of people think that a lot of this was already wrapped up before that first Q drop came out in October 2017.
Future.
Yeah, and future is proving past now. We're finally seeing future proving past.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then some.
Yeah.
But we've all seen it unfurl daily for years. I have. You know, we've all seen evidence, haven't we? Little crumbs.
I think now it's when I say that, I think it's more for, you know, the normies and the people who've been asleep. They have to start acknowledging us now, you know, and that's the timing of you know, back to asking about the divine inspiration of the cards. The timing couldn't have been better, because look at everything happening. I firmly believe that God dropped this in our lap at this time for this reason. You know, everything is coming to a crescendo at the same time.
Exactly, and everyone's got to realise this movie is not for the anons. We're the only ones that have been watching it for years. This movie is for the abnormals, that we like to call them now. But it is a public rollout, D-class operation of things that have already happened. You know, behind
1,000%. Totally agree with that.
Yeah. And we're witnessing the systematic destruction of the old guard. And that's the point that people forget. This is systematic. It has to be done in a very systematic way, bit by bit.
Legal way as well. Huh?
Yeah.
Well,
I say it all the time. The most important line in the Q drops, for me personally, you cannot tell people the truth. You must show them.
You have to show them. Absolutely.
The whole thing has been about.
Yeah, which is why we've just had our Biden years with Starmer.
Yeah. Which may continue for a bit longer.
So what about the new guy that's in there?
They're just handing the baton over to another Fabian.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, in this country, for quite a while now, people have seen people being put into positions of power that were not elected by the people. Right, one leaves, and then that party just installs another one who automatically assumes the role, and it's building to a head. I don't know. A lot of people were behind Nigel Farage, but they sort of flipped to Rupert Lowe now. But I still think Farage and Rupert Lowe are both working for the White House. They're bringing this vote across, and we got to see what happens. But my podcasting partner Elisa, she lives in New York, and when Zoran Mandami got in there as governor of New York, she was applauding, because the people have to see
That's
what
right.
they can do to us, and
Yeah.
it's the same everywhere. Every country, you cannot escape this. Every country and the people are being shown what's going on around the world, and people need to rise. Military-civilian alliance.
And I don't think we're going to vote. I still don't think we're going to vote our way out of this. I do think we'll end up with a martial law situation.
Yeah.
Because when you have full disclosure, when you have total declass and full disclosure, it's going to be so monumental. It's going to take out 80% of the establishment, the British establishment. That will leave such a void. We'd have to have a kind of military martial law situation.
Absolutely.
And then AI will step in and be our government.
We'll see what happens. I mean, Trump just signed some pretty stiff executive orders this week or last week.
Yeah. Regarding AI.
Yes.
Yes, I know.
Yep.
I know.
So
I know.
I think you're onto something there.
Oh no, I've got my theory. I won't bore everyone with it again. But we're coming towards the end of our show, and we do a little bit at the end of each show, which is a bit of a game, and I always have to do a little musical introduction to the game, which is just like
Heidi hi campers.
Heidi hi. So this is
ice cream van.
This in the spirit of the World Cup, we have. I have just to let you know, Stoic. I have a football team. We're based in southeast London. It's a Sunday league, brutal team. We're called the Far Right Racists, and
I love it.
We're all English patriots, and some have Jamaican heritage, some have African heritage, some have Polish heritage, but we're pretty brutal. And we've just played the first half against this team of Cabal. I don't know if you can see them there, but they're called Tyrant Wannabes FC. And in the previous show we chose the players, but just have to report it's half time and we're 17-0 up. And we've got to replace the tyrants. The wannabe tyrants want to be replaced because they're tired and worn out and humiliated and broken. So I thought we could make some substitutions. So I'll just let you know that Keir Starmer, who is our left attacker, he ran off home crying because nobody would pass to him. So we've got to find a replacement for him. The entire midfield of Sam Smith, Piers Morgan, and James Corden, they all collapsed with cardiac issues.
What a shame.
Apparently they'd taken some kind of experimental jab or something. So they need replacing. And we've got Anthony Fauci, who's left centre back. He's gone missing. David Lammy was our goalkeeper. Now somebody told him he's going to be Prime Minister, so his head got so big he couldn't actually support the weight of his own head. So he's got to go. So if anyone wants to, put their suggestions, we'll just make some changes. So I've got a few ideas, but I'd like to replace. Who should we replace Keir Starmer with?
Is it no women in men's sports? What was it again?
Well, it's all men.
Big Mike there. Central defender. Big Mike.
Big Mike can be in because.
Yeah, I'll just say to.
Yeah, absolutely. Where would you like Big Mike? In one of the.
Hang on, just to say, everyone.
Put him in there, shall we?
Everyone watching in the chat, if you've got any sub options, stick them in there because we were laughing at that. We didn't look last time. Yeah. So if you want to sub anyone, out of the cabal, this demonic swamp creatures, let us know.
Yeah. I don't know how to get rid of. Well, Big Mike's going to be in place of Piers Morgan. We had some substitutions anyway. We had Bruce Springsteen. He should play somewhere. And then we had old Sausage Fingers, the King, Stephen Hawkins, Robert De Niro, and Schumer. What's his first name again?
I'd like to see Robert De Niro in there somewhere because I want to see him get kicked about. Even though he's potentially playing a massive white hat role as acting like a retard.
Well, perhaps, but we'll do that. If you see if you got any suggestions, Stoic, anyone you'd like to see utterly humiliated and kicked about a bit?
Well, I'd love to see Gavin Newsom in there. He's been in the news quite a bit.
Yes.
Good one.
Yes, let's put him in place of Starmer because with his they've both got similar sort of swept back hair, haven't they? So we'll put Gavin Newsom there. That'll be fun. He'll get kicked to hell, from our defenders. So that'll be pretty good. I've got a suggestion though. I think if we take Lammy out because his big head basically meant that we scored quite a few goals. I thought if we replaced him with pencil neck watermelon head, Adam Schiff, might be good. You like that?
I love it.
I've got
Adam Schiff in there. Any suggestions?
Well, I've got 4 names in the chat. Yeah. Andrew Cuomo with his nipple. Don Lemon. Chris Christie.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you not hear me?
No, everybody. I can now. Everybody.
Oh right,
I can now. Yeah, everyone dropped off and came
good.
back
All
on.
right.
Again. Weird.
There's a couple from the chat. Cackle Smack and a few others put in there. Andrew Cuomo, Don Lemon, Chris Christie. I'd like to see him rolling around. And if it's only
big
men,
fat Chris Christie, should we put him in big midfield?
Yeah, and if it's only men allowed, Bridget Macron.
Yes. What, Bridget Macron out of Planet of the Apes? Okay, Chris Christie. We'll have to change the pictures. Any others?
Sadiq Khan.
Bridget Macron. Where are we going to put him? Whatever. Oh yeah. Well, he needs to get a right kicking, doesn't he? Let's replace him with. Let's replace Sam Smith because he's got cardiac issues. So who was it again?
Sadiq
Bridget,
Khan,
wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sadiq Khan. Yeah. I'll just put Khan. There you go. Khan. There you go.
You could put something in there else that sounds like that.
You could. I'd like to replace Mark Rutte because he was your suggestion, Stephen, and I just think he's too boring. Nobody's passed to him. He's just sat there doing nothing. And I tell you, I really can't stand, and I would love to see him being humiliated. Is Jamie Raskin?
Yes,
that's a great call.
Yeah, let's put him there. The child catcher, right? Out of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. There we go.
Good team.
Any more? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think we'll get another 17 past them in the second half.
Yeah. How many subs have you made?
I can't keep track. I can only.
Yeah, I mean, we can make a few subs every week, can't we? At the best, I think you don't need
We
to
could
change
do.
it.
We could do. I'll print it out and put it on X because it's important.
Yeah. You need to change James Corden though, because even though I want him in that team, the fact that you can't get an AI head for him,
I couldn't.
Is bothering me. So I'd like.
It bothered me.
Put Don Lemon in.
Why did that happen? No, it's Chris Christie now.
Yeah,
Chris
really?
Christie. Yeah. Well, you would like to try and watch him trying to run up and down the wing, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, you're the man. You can sort it.
Yeah, I've got too much to think about. Listen, I think we're going to wind up now.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful for you joining us, Stoic, and I'd like to do it again maybe, because we had about half an hour flapping around like fish out of water, trying to work out what to talk about.
Yeah, I'd love to do it again. I apologize for my my ineptness when it comes to this stuff. I am getting like I said, my own studio set up, so hopefully it won't be as bad the next time. I'd love to come back and chat with you guys. This has been a blast.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to
brilliant.
say, anybody that's watching in the chat or listening, if you'd like a card made, just hit me up on X, and I'm happy to make you a card. And let's just keep this train rolling.
You're going to be busy.
I'll
I'll also say that we have had a lot of comments and questions, and obviously we haven't seen most of them. I'll try my best to answer a few afterwards, and maybe some of the other guys will as well. But yeah, great stuff. We do this every 2 weeks, and yeah, thank you guys.
Come back on.
Any
Kev,
parting comments, or shall we go?
Yeah. No, I just want to say, come back on,
Yeah, well,
Kev.
what I was going to say,
Can you come back on, Kev, at any time and give us an update? And just want to say, you're the first guest on our show, and it's brilliant to have you on as our first guest. So that's wicked. And if you're going to start doing a show with Scott Zimmerman, give him our regards. Yeah?
Absolutely. My pleasure, and a pleasure to meet you guys.
Yeah, superb.
Mutual. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you. I'm actually going to end it. The end video is about 2 minutes or so. If you stay on, we can have a brief post chat. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks very much. I'm going to end the show now, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Someone
Cheers.
just said you under.